Good morning and welcome. It's a brand new Wednesday, and of course, this is the numero uno family breakfast show.
Yes.
Wake up, Nigeria.
Yes, of course. Thank you for joining us today. We absolutely do appreciate all of you for making sure you give us a chance to make your morning spectacular every single day.
Whew, for you look like a snack.
Thank you, my darling. You don't look bad yourself. You look like a nice chocolate glazed donut.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what's up. But come on, hey, come on. We are going to give you a great show this morning. So just go out there, call your family, call your friends.
Yeah.
You can even call your enemies.
Yeah.
Come over. We have a freshly baked show for you this morning. So just sit back, relax. For the next 1 hour, 45 minutes, we will be your host. My name is Mike Mexicano.
My name is Winfrey Agbelishe. Remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
Watch us live
Yes.
from absolutely anywhere across the globe. Use our mobile app. It's available on the Google Play Store.
Yes.
It's also available on the Apple iOS.
Yes, we also implore you to follow us across all social media handles and Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, all at TVC Connect.
Definitely, and if you're watching us on the cable, it will be at GOTV channel 27. And then for the terrestrial band, is the ultra high frequency 49. Let's get straight into what we have this morning. We'll kick off with relationships. Relationship, and today we will be evaluating the cultural perspective on marriage, the role of values and traditions on marriage satisfaction with life, relationship, and accountability coach Abisola Buhari.
And as the month of Ramadan comes to an end tomorrow, we will be joined by Madina Olanike Adegboyega, and she will be speaking on Ramadan dietary intake and sustaining diets thereafter.
Ooh, hey man, what's this? I heard you ladies don't joke on Wednesday. And any day I come Wednesday, like I've started understanding that, yeah, it's actually true.
Darling, I don't joke.
Y'all don't, no.
every time.
They say Wednesday, it's
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's an open secret, but ladies don't joke on Wednesday.
For
Look
me,
good,
it's
by the way.
really- thank
So
you.
I saw something, and it was an offshoot of.
And I like the color combination. of
Oh,
everything.
you like it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like,
So
new
stop
tones.
stop it.
Blending beautiful.
Stop it.
Wow.
Continue, don't stop. Anyway, so I saw something, and it was about a man who said he would save his child because if his wife and his child were in an emergency, if she was about to give birth, and they had to save one person, he would go for the child because the child is his blood.
And the
That's his
wife
reason.
is what? His relative.
So, and this is the age-old question, of course. I've answered this question more than once and all of that. If in such an unfortunate case, it's normally not an issue. The wife is more, I mean, come on. You've not met this person that's coming and all that. But this is an offshoot of the conversation from,
Ashcraft.
Hakimi, and where people are talking about, someone said, your wife is not your blood.
That is the most fruitful scenario I've seen in a very long time. This Hakimi situation. Do you know how many children it has birthed since then? It's crazy.
It has gone on and on and on. But,
Yeah.
but really, why would a man want to think that way? Why would you want to get married to someone expecting that you're going to stay that for forever, as it were, and you have that kind of a mindset that your blood, somebody you've not even yet met, somebody has not yet grown and all that. I wonder the mindset will carry.
I mean, a lot of times it's to surprise you how many people actually have that mentality. A lot of men actually, because I think it also shows in situations where some men will say they can't get married to you until you have, yeah, exactly, until you get pregnant and everything. So a lot of men believe. Some people get into marriage because they want that continuity. Do you understand? Yeah, as much as they might say, oh, they care about the woman or whatever, but the truth is that they're looking for the fruits from that relationship. So it's not everyone that has the idea of marriage being something that brings
lifetime
two
commitment.
people together,
Yeah.
or that's the thing. I don't know. It's just interesting.
All right, we'll talk more about this
that's
maybe
strange.
later and some other times. Let's just take a look
That's strange.
at what the days and the rest of the week's weather will be. Good morning. It's the news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Mexicano. We kick off in Adamawa State, where the Independent National Electoral Commission has declared Governor Amadu Fintiri of the People's Democratic Party winner of the governorship election in the state. Today is exactly 1 month after the March 18 governorship election, with a lot of political intrigues before the declaration. In last Saturday's rerun, Mr. Fintiri polled 9,337 votes, while Senator Aishatu Binani Dahiru of the All Progressives Congress scored 6,513 votes. At the end of the final collation, Mr. Fintiri polled 430,861 votes to defeat Binani, who garnered 398,788 votes.
Tahiru Ahmed Aishatu, APC, 396,788, 396,788. Umaru Ahmadu Fintiri, PDP, 430,861, 40861. Baba Inna.
The Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamzat, has called for continuous peace and harmony amongst Lagos residents and Nigerians at large. Mr. Hamzat said this during Lagos State Umrah lecture on Tuesday in Mecca. At the event, clerics prayed for the President-elect Bola Tinubu for a peaceful reign as the 16th President of Nigeria come May 2023. Meanwhile, Lagos State Commissioner for Home Affairs, Olarinwaju Elegushi, used the event to react to the caution given by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria to all the state's Muslim pilgrims welfare boards against charging above the amount it announced as Hajj fare to be paid for the 2023 exercise. Prince Elegushi stated that aside from Nakon's fare, it is important to fulfill some essential and almost compulsory activities to be carried out by the pilgrims both in Nigeria and the Holy Land.
We are Nigerians, we all live across the country, so let everybody just calm down. As a state, we've been doing a lot of good things for our people. We continue to do it, but we just expect all Nigerians to take ourselves as one, so that without peace, there can't be progress. Thank you very much.
Part of the services that were not captured by the fare announced by NACO, the ram killing, the medical check screening, the Sierra, that's visiting the holy sites, both in Mecca and Medina, and also other services like the administrative charges. So those are these other services that form the 200,000.
And then we move on to the foreign scene. A Russian court has rejected the appeal of U.S. journalist Ivan Gershkovich against his pre-trial detention. He appeared in court in Moscow on Tuesday, the first time he had been seen in public for weeks. He was arrested in the city of Yekaterinburg while working for the Wall Street Journal newspaper and charged with spying. Mr. Gershkovich stood with folded arms in a bulletproof glass enclosure, wearing jeans and a blue checked shirt. He gave a quick smile while standing calmly, but did not say anything to the reporters present. The court rejected his legal team's offer to free him on bail of 50 million rubles or put him under house arrest. Mr. Gershkovich will stay at a former KGB prison until 29th of May at least. You should be careful, because one day, you just hear one AP. There's this person I know, that said this is happening, and they start telling your whole story on air. Today, you're going to have to forgive me, because me, I am going to do that for the first. No, it's not the first time. No, first I don't normally do that. But there's this person I know, it has to do with money. And taking money and not fulfilling the obligation or the reason why you were given that money. This is two guys who know each other. Not friends, but, mutuals, they know each other, they do the same thing and all of that. Cool guys, very okay guys. And then one, on the pretext of visa application or something, takes 1 million. It's supposed to be over 2 million. And takes 1 million from this guy. And visa, Interesting thing is that the guy that takes this money He's a pastor. And after, the process is supposed to be 6 months, maybe maximum 8 months. And after 1 year, process, nothing. Visa, nothing. Money, nothing. And then somehow I had to get the police involved. Now this is where it gets in, where it touched. She said when they got the police involved and then they got the guy to pick the guy up, or the guy came and reported to the police station and all that, when they were getting the guy behind the counter, taking off his cap and told him to take off his shirt or whatever, he said he felt bad. Because this is, in quotes, my guy. You understand? But circumstances pushed him to the wall. You understand? And that is where, Ray Emodi, the actor, has been in the firing line for something like this. He took money from a producer, an up-and-coming producer. He's an actor, and he didn't do the job, and she has been asking for a refund of her money to get another actor and all of that. And he made a mockery of it, and all of that. And so it bothers me, taking money and not doing what you're supposed to do, and then you cut calls, you block the person's number and all that, and then until it comes on social media or the person gets law enforcement, and that's when you now start hearing things like, no, well, guys, supposed to be that guy and all of that. I mean, come on, man. What do you guys think about it?
So I saw the video, right? And yeah, of course, his response was quite funny, and of course, he was kind of making a mockery of like the producer or whatever situation is, right? But that aside, right? First of all, there are certain issues here, and I think people are bashing him because probably the producer. I mean, she's up and coming, but then again, he said his rates were so. She begged him to take 700K, right? He agreed for a certain number of scenes. And then she now sends a document that exceeds the agreement. And it's like, you know what, for this, I'm not going to take this. And she said, okay, fine, please now. But my point is, when you're getting into contract, that's something I really don't like. If you want me to do something for you, I'd rather you come up straight and tell me this is what it is, I beg. Do you understand? From the beginning, let's clear. Not the one that I will agree to something that you now feel, okay, you can push the leg and all of that. And it's like, okay, fine, I'm not going to do this. So like, okay, please. You say, no, stop begging me, I'm not going to do this. I will send you your money back. But I need to do it within a certain, do you understand, within a space of time and all of that. And I mean, on her part, understandably, she's an upcoming producer and things are tough, do you understand? She cannot just, she has to probably wait to get that money to get somebody else. But my point is, you agreed on something. You two fulfill. He didn't also fulfill, but then again, he made it clear that, okay, this was not what we agreed. I was doing this just because you're up and coming, but right now, I can't do this, I won't do this. He even had another job on the same date or similar days or something like that. And all of that. So, I mean, he said, maybe he didn't send the money back immediately, he said he was going to say it. But then again, I don't know. I'm trying to I'm struggling not to say, oh, these things happen. But at the same time, to be honest, both of them are in the wrong. So I'm not going to bash him or do any of that. So, yeah.
In my years of working as, all the many things that I am, right, I've come to realize that when you're having this sort of working relationship, in the case of Ray Emodi and the producer, terms of agreements should come into play here. All your conditions and all your terms should be noted, should be discussed and signed before going into any sort of agreements. For the movies, okay, because I've also, featured in a few movies as well. Before we move forward, before production, we always sign an agreement, right? So in this case, if it was signed and both parties were aware and both parties had signed off on this, maybe it could have averted, any other or any further instance in the case. But then again, he should have just refunded the money. He didn't have to wait. So because he waited, it seems like there's, more to, because, I mean, there's nothing he would say now that actually justifies him not refunding her money because, I mean, he wasn't going to be ready for, available for the job.
Has he refunded the money?
He said he has refunded it. Yes, he has refunded it.
So you see, good for her. Good for her that she has gotten her money.
It's not a situation. I just your guy, they carry and go to police station. You still not refund the money, Abi?
You can refund her now.
My point is that he did say I will refund your money, but I can't do it right now. I have to do it in this space of time.
But the point is,
He said 3 weeks.
So It's okay. So the point now is that he exceeded the time that he said he was going to. He gave her the word, and she had receipts. She had chats
I mean,
and all of
we've
that.
also
Abi?
seen a lot of cases where, you know, things go wrong in a business relationship or partnership, and people do not do the needful till the other party, who's a victim here, comes online to cry
Or goes
out.
to law enforcement.
Exactly, or go to a law enforcement, which is not right.
True.
We should all do better.
Do our best to honor agreements.
Exactly.
I'm thinking
Do your
about
best
any
also.
time.
When you say 40 sins, make it 40
So,
sins.
if
Don't
you-
say 60
but you
40
see,
sins
you
and
see
then
this
do
thing
60
now,
sins.
yeah? You see this thing, first of all, I would say that a number of, it happens that with producers, you know, it's quite, when it comes to movie scheduling and all of that, the most that could happen is like, okay, maybe she could say, for the extra scenes, I will pay this. Because it happens where, even after you've written the script, and for need to, you know, to put it and all of that, you understand? He could have, she could have said, okay, hey, let's discuss if we can pay you more.
Yeah.
The point is this, whether she was upcoming or not, you were paid for it, you were sent, and you didn't do it, and then you started.
Yeah, the
what
mockery, I think that is
yes,
where
I think that was distasteful.
Yes.
That was in bad taste.
Yeah.
That was unprofessional.
Yeah.
That was almost wicked. Coming out to make mockery of her. Because I saw a headline that he was crying. I was like, okay,
He wasn't crying.
Was he?
He was being sarcastic.
He was being
wasn't
sarcastic.
crying.
That alone is in very bad taste. That is what I really feel was very bad on his own part. And no, for that alone, man. I mean, for crying out loud, you know how it is. You are into production, and we had a lot of up-and-coming producers these days.
Why
People are independent and all of that.
Nobody is zooming in on
You
the
know?
fact that they say it takes
So-
10 million for sins. Which Nigeria movie they have? Just wanted to know. Just put it out there.
You know that thing that they said now?
10 million,
They say
10 million what?
if you kill a lizard when nobody's there, when they come, you say you killed a boa constrictor.
So if he says he collects 10 million naira for a movie scene, why
a movie scene?
Sorry, for a movie. Why did he collect 700,000?
He said it was just beating her because she's an
And if
upcoming
you're
producer.
feeling sorry for her, even if it's a scene that you can do, then just go ahead and just do it. Don't do that. What he did was
10 million, which
very
industry,
wrong.
first of all, let me ask. 10 million.
Bollywood.
I don't leave this TV be that way if not so.
He's an A-list actor now.
Even A-list, get the level they reach, they ban them. Say they are money too much. Then Baba come collect 10 million. 10 million. And you're still acting after
Actor of the year.
10 million. Ha.
And the award goes to Ray Morty.
Well, our own is here. Look, keep to agreements and do your best, of course. When you're paid for something, try your best, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, but that's it. That's what we're going to take. We'll take a time out now. When we get back, we'll be in the kitchen.
Hello and welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen. I'm here with Chef John, and as usual, we have an interesting recipe for you to try out. Hi, Chef John. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, good morning, viewers. It's good to be here once again.
Yes, of course. So Chef John, and whenever he comes around, he has something different, something that we've not experienced before, and definitely today is no exception, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure,
so now
sure.
Tell me, what are we making today?
Well, today we are actually making the lemon herb rice with carrot sauce, carrot veggie sauce. So what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to incorporate the vegetables alongside with the carrot sauce, so to make it a very unique and the vegetables are very nutritious.
No,
and
okay.
that's a lot of
So now let's take it slow. Let's slow down, right?
Okay.
Lemon herb rice
Exactly.
and carrot sauce.
Vegetable sauce.
Carrot vegetable sauce. All right. So now, is this an original recipe?
It's actually my recipe.
That's what I'm saying. Your
Yes,
original
exactly.
recipe. Amazing. Okay, now tell me. Let's break it down. We're making rice, lemon herb. What do we need to make lemon herb rice?
Okay, what we need, we actually need the basmati rice.
Okay.
Basmati rice is soluble, which helps to to take waste to the digestive system.
Yeah.
We have the scotch bonnet.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the cinnamon. It's actually cinnamon sticks.
Okay.
I know with the health benefit of cinnamon sticks. That's why I said earlier that what I'm actually using is a whole lot of nutrients that benefit your body system.
Spicy
We have-
herbs and
yes. So
yeah,
we have the crucial salt. So what you are seeing here is actually the carrot just blended alongside with the scotch bonnet.
Okay, so now that's
Yes.
carrots and scotch bonnet blended.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
So it's not all the time you make use of your tomato. You can actually
I see
make
that.
the carrot
Use the
sauce.
carrots,
and
okay.
You see the way it comes out tastes very nice and fantastic.
Yeah.
You have the parsley.
Okay.
Here you have the parsley. Here you have the cauliflower.
Cauliflower, okay.
So here you have the celery. You
Celery.
have the onions.
Yeah.
We have the garlic.
Garlic, amazing.
So
Okay.
here we have the extra virgin olive oil.
Olive oil.
So that's just what we are going to cook with today.
Okay, so now tell me, what is the process of making the lemon herb rice? Because you said lemon herb, but I didn't see lemon.
Okay, yeah, I actually have the...
You have the lemon somewhere.
Oh, sure.
Oh, look,
sure,
okay,
sure.
we'll find
I'll check it back.
Okay, so now tell me, run me through the process quickly of making the
Okay,
lemon herb
quickly.
rice.
Well, I'm going to steam the basmati rice while I chop my herbs, finely chopped, because later on I'm going to mix it up with it. Then here I chop the onions alongside with the garlic. So I'm just going to make the carrot sauce just come in form of a stew.
Okay.
You
stew.
Nigerians, we are used to it. So, so I'm going to make it in the Nigerian style.
Okay.
That's why I decided to add the Scotch bonnet to it.
Okay,
So that,
amazing.
no, to be spicy and to be very good for you to enjoy.
Alrighty, amazing. Okay, there's a whole lot going to be happening right here, so we'll allow Chef John get to work with that. I'm really excited to see what this is going to turn out, looking and tasting like.
Oh, it's going
to be amazing, right? All right. Okay, so right now we actually go over to the couch where we have Mike standing by to have a very interesting conversation on relationship. Hi, Mike.
Winfrey, have you signed a contract for that food you are cooking?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
And I don't need to.
Don't just sign that contract. If not, you'll be in trouble. Okay, all right. Let's head over to relationship this morning, and we have quite an interesting topic we're talking about: a cultural perspective on marriage, the role of values and traditions on marriage satisfaction. And our expert today is life relationship and accountability coach Abisola Buhari. It's great to have you. You're welcome.
Good morning.
This is quite a mouthful. Yeah, this is quite a mouthful, the topic.
Yes,
Cultural perspective on marriage, the role of values and traditions on marriage satisfaction. Okay, first of all, what do we term, or what do you term marriage satisfaction?
Okay, marriage satisfaction is whereby the partners get to enjoy what they anticipate before going into the marriage.
Okay.
So that is satisfaction. You get to enjoy everything encompassing, irrespective of the challenges or struggle that you might encounter along the side. But you still get to enjoy that thing that
All right.
you.
So what are these
looking for.
roles, these values and traditions, and what are the roles that they actually perform in marriage satisfaction?
Okay, like we have some values and traditions that cannot be compromised to get marriage satisfaction. And we're talking about trust, we are talking about communication, we are talking about honesty, we are talking about empathy. Like with this, if these values are embedded into a marriage and the two parties uphold them, then they would enjoy that. They will enjoy satisfaction in that relationship.
You know, now when it comes to issues talking about traditions, these are things that have, you know, a way of life that have existed through time. But we've seen a lot of things change in the current days. The woke culture, as it were, at this particular point, a lot of things are changing. You know, marriages are not, the institution is not as solid as it used to be. You know, it's easier now to get a divorce. Some issues happen and all of that. With the woke culture, that means you're trying to say that there are some things that are traditional that we should uphold when you talk about communication and things like this. But in such a society as ours, like I said, where this woke culture has come in, how does one balance effects when there's work? We have more, people are more aware of their mental health now. People don't, I mean, some few days back, I was talking to a friend who said, look, once I get back home from work, I don't want to talk, I want to relax, I want to sleep. And you mentioned communication here, and maybe the wife has been at home or she's been working, or she also goes to work, she comes back, oh, they're tired, maybe put the kids in bed. If there are no kids, they just rush to bed and all that, and it just goes on and on like that. In such a culture as it is now, how does one inculcate those traditional values? How do you ensure that in spite of, you know, everybody being busy, you can inculcate those traditional values and get the best or marriage satisfaction, as you call it?
Okay, you know, like, first thing, couples need to understand that marriage is beyond contractual agreements or romantic relationship. So, like, you have to open up communication in your marriage, whether woke, whether olden days traditions. The parties in that marriage have to open up communications, and irrespective of the cultural differences, you know, like in many cultures, marriage is a sacred union whereby it's like a kind of partnership between the husband and wife, and they have to work together to achieve a common goal. And in some other culture, marriage is just like a contractual relationship between families. So, like, you know, and when two families comes together and wants to enter into a marriage contract, the values that uphold that marriage is we look at the social status, we look at the economic status and other things. So perhaps the feelings of those parties may not really count, because for them to do anything, they have to think about the family background, the name, they have to uphold the name, then the financial, economic, and social status, the status of the family. But beyond all that, there are things that you cannot compromise. And that's why communication, honesty, trust. So irrespective of how much work you're doing, whatever you're facing, you have to open up communications. Let the other party understand that when I'm home, I want to be all by myself. But if you are empathetic enough, you understand that you cannot be home and be all by yourself. So, like, you have to invest. You have to put in, like, marriage is not a 50-50 thing. It's a 100-100. Come with your 100. Let me come with my 100. That is when it is going to work. So if you're empathetic enough, you know that you've been out all day and you're coming back. Despite the fact that you're tired, your partner still need so some part of you still wants you to, like, you still need to connect, like, in a way or two. So it's for you to now sacrifice that time for your partner.
Okay, so I want to have your thoughts on the trending debates now. It's been going on, of course, it's based off the recent story about the footballer and his wife and all of that. So some people came up to say that your wife is not your blood, or in quote, you know. And we spoke about it earlier this morning, you know, where a man said that if he gets to a particular situation and his wife, or if it's in the hospital, if his wife is going to give birth, says if his wife and the baby, if they're at risk and he has to save one, he will save the baby because the baby is his blood. That was his reason. So, tying into this issue of Hakimi and the wife and all that, are people feeling that the wife is a different entity? What do you think about that kind of a mindset? You know, men and all of that. What do you think about that kind of mindset when they say, "Oh, my children are blood, but the wife is not blood," and all of that? But she was the one that gave. I mean, she was the one that mothered those children. You know, kept them from that. But what do you think about that kind of mindset?
What I'll say is that the map is not a territory. There are different angles to things. So for people that say their wife is not their blood, perhaps they are viewing it from one angle. For people that say their wife is their blood, they are viewing it from another angle.
But those that say their wife is not their blood, they are saying that there are some things, there's some sacrifices they will not make
for their wives.
Which is why the Hakimi situation came. You understand? What is your own stance? So he said he could not give her 50% because it feels like you came into me as a hawk and you want to come and get things from me. What is your own stance? Should a man think of his wife that way? No. For me, like, a man should not think of his wife that way. You can't feel like she's coming. She has children for you. She's going to take care of these children, or perhaps maybe when the courts grant custody, if the children ends up being with her and you move on with your life, you're going to, she cannot always come to you and say she wants money and all these awards that are being granted by the court, monthly award. Some people are not consistent with it. Maybe so she perceives that this is what we work. Just give me this 50% and let's not meet again. So it may be that. If that's the ground, I feel like, yeah, she knows he can't afford it. She's not asking for 80%. She's not asking for 90%. Just 50. Just
50.
You got 50 just?
Yes, like 50. Go on with your life with 50. Let me go on with your 2 children with 50.
No, I will still take care of my children.
No. Let's not assume. Like, let's not generalize. Let's just assume that she wants the 50, like,
Okay.
to take care of those children till
Okay.
they are adults and they can stand on their own. That is how I am viewing it.
Okay.
Like, she's not taking the 50% that for myself. Like, I just want to enjoy life. So, you know, like, this the statement to me is not complete. We don't know the genesis. We don't know what will happen after. We
Definitely.
just jump into
Yeah.
the middle of the trend. So whatever we want to say, you know, like, we are talking based on emotions, like personal emotions.
Definitely.
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, there are the two people involved, and they know what will work for
I
them.
like that. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you. And
Thank you
hopefully
for
we'll have you,
having me.
of course, for the rest of the month.
All right, thank you.
Right, that's it on Relationship this Wednesday morning. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. Quite a bit more to come on the show.
Welcome back into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. I'm still here with Chef John. In case you're just joining us, we're making lemon herb rice with carrots, vegetable sauce. I got it. Okay, so now, of course, you know, when Chef John comes around, he's always bringing something new for us. I've definitely not heard about this one before, and he said this is an original recipe. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what this looks like. All right, so the ingredients we need for this, in case you're just joining us, is, of course, we have the rice. So now the rice is in the pot. So what's happening
the rice
in there?
Is on.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just.
That's
trying
just
to
rice
parboil the
and
rice.
salt,
So
right?
That's the basmati rice and salt.
Yes, with water boiling.
The sea salt.
Yes, sea coarse salt.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the sea salt.
that's it. So
So
now,
what next? I go straight to.
and we found our lemons.
Yeah. Eventually find our lemon.
We eventually found
It's
the
actually the key ingredient because no lemon contains 50 milligrams
Yes.
of vitamin C.
yes.
So that's what we need, at least half of what we need for our daily diet.
Yeah.
We have 50% of it.
Amazing. So we have that in here
So
already.
that's why I'm trying to incorporate it to the
the
rice
meal.
and, it actually helped me, as I said earlier.
You know, now that's how
So I
you give it
need
to us back to back. Healthy,
yes,
nutritious,
yes,
juicy,
I
and
know
tasty as well. Okay, so now tell me, we're ready. We're getting ready to put the sauce together.
Exactly.
And I've noticed you've chopped up some onions
Yes,
and
and
some
the
garlic.
garlic.
Okay, so what are we going
So,
in with first?
Next item, just go with the extra olive oil.
Okay, extra virgin olive oil.
So
Just a little, not too much.
Not
Just put it- okay.
much. So
Well, that is
thereafter,
hot.
just allow it to hot a bit because I'm going to do the sauce straight. So what we have here is actually the carrot and
Yes,
scotch
and
bonnet.
Scotch bonnet
So
pepper.
just blend it. Just
So instead
carrot.
of the typical tomato,
stew
yes,
that we
because
usually
me too, I
do,
think
you
I'm
can-
tired of tomato
You can
stew.
actually make use of carrot.
You can make
No,
carrot
it's
stew.
you can make
Interesting.
carrot stew. It's very
Carrot
easy.
stew, and I have
Make
a
it
lot of-
whichever way you want it.
Yes.
You might decide to make it with palm oil, whichever one.
Wow.
So it depends on you. But
Wow.
the most important thing is for you to bleach the palm oil very well. So that's
Okay.
just it. And
Okay.
you're good to go.
But today we're using extra virgin
You are using
olive
extra
oil.
virgin
Okay, so
oil,
now
yes.
the oil should be hot enough,
Yes.
and we're going in with our
So I go straight with the onions.
garlic.
Thereafter the garlic.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sweat the garlic and the onions
Yeah.
for about 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Thereafter, the reason why we'll be using this cinnamon
Okay,
actually
cinnamon
needs
sticks.
to extract the nutrient from this cinnamon to the stew.
Okay, so how
and
do
it's
you
going
plan
to
to
give
do
it a
that?
balanced taste because I'm not using any of those seasonings, just the kosher salt.
Okay.
So cinnamon goes in.
So cinnamon, aside its strong smell, it also helps extract
Yes, it gives your food a very nice taste and it has a lot of health benefits.
benefits. So we can use this or the powdered cinnamon,
You
right?
can use this, you can use the powdered,
powdered one,
whichever
okay.
one you have around
Nice. All right. And now carrots and scotch bonnet is going right into the pan now.
you. Yeah.
So you didn't. I noticed you didn't put all.
I think I should add all. I'm trying to
Yes.
gauge the. Yes, I think it's
Okay,
just
the oil.
exactly the gauge of what I have in.
Wow. So how long does that take to fry now?
At least I just leave it to fry for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that it will extract all the water content in the carrot.
Okay.
Because you actually add water
To blend.
when you are blending.
Yes.
So that's just what I need.
Okay. So
And
just
you are
for
good
the
to
water
go.
content to go away,
Just to go.
and we have the
exactly,
oil
exactly,
and that's it.
yes, because we have
Nice.
already sweat the onions and the garlic.
Okay.
So you can see the cinnamon stick is there, the carrot, the scotch bonnet, the onions and all is coming out together.
Okay,
So-
okay.
So
Nice.
that's just it. So
All
let me
right.
just take a look at
What we have there?
the rice.
Still
Oh,
boiling.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So we have.
Almost. It's almost.
We're almost ready. I think when we come back, we'll just see the vegetables being sliced and put in there, right?
Exactly.
Amazing. Okay, we have another interesting conversation for you on the couch with So yeah, let's check that out.
You are welcome, people. Yes, as we draw closer to the end of the Ramadan season, we have Medina Olanike Adeboyega on the couch. And today she'll be talking to us about the Ramadan, dietary intake, and sustaining diets after the Ramadan season. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here. The Ramadan season, of course, is almost over. But a lot of people, maybe myself included, do not really understand the Ramadan fast. So kindly explain to us what it is about, and then we go into some of those diets that sustain us or that are necessary or required or recommended, because, I mean, you're a nutritionist, to sustain us during the fasting period.
Thank you very much. The month of Ramadan is the 9th month of the lunar month of Islam. And we are expected as Muslims to fast for 29 to 30 days.
Okay.
All adults, elderly Muslims.
Only adults?
Of course, adults, elderly Muslims.
Okay.
Children not included.
Okay.
But, you know, because of the eagerness, because everybody wants to partake in the spiritual vibes, you know, children too always want to partake in it.
Okay.
So we don't send them away. We allow them.
Okay.
If maybe for practice, and as they grow, they become full adults and they now do it wholly.
Okay.
So we are entitled to eat 2 meals, the blessed sahur, which we eat before the dawn. It's the pre-dawn meal.
Okay.
And then the breaking of fast meal, which we call iftar. That comes at sunset. So all healthy Muslims are expected to fast, as I said. And the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave exemption to some people that cannot do. The first are the children, like I said. We have women who are pregnant,
Okay.
women that are menstruating,
Okay.
and the elderly too, the aged. They are exempted. So
What
if they
about also
cannot
patients?
fast, yeah,
And
I'm going to
diabetic
come to
patients
that.
as well.
I'm going
Okay.
to come to
All right,
that.
great.
People that are healed, that are not in one ailment or the other,
other,
that will not
okay.
allow them to fast.
Okay.
They are also exempted.
Okay.
There are provisions for that by Islam, for them to repay those fasts through fidya. That's the act of feeding a fasting Muslim
Okay.
that is less privileged or
Okay.
in poverty, so
Okay.
that it can be
Make up
like
for
yeah,
their time of
to
for not
expatiate their
participating.
own years.
Great,
So
great.
That's about the month, the fast of Ramadan.
Okay.
And because of the spirituality, everybody is always, even people that are nursing one ailment or the other, they always want to partake. You know, they will always go to their doctors, please, what can I do? Even ulcer patients, they want to make sure they partake in that spiritual exercise.
Okay.
So they always want to see how they will manage themselves, maneuver themselves, so that they will be able to partake in the fast.
Okay.
So that now boils down to what we can now do. Because, you know, fasting is about abstaining from food and eating at a certain time. So the fasting window is during the daytime, and we break our fast in the evening. So generally, when we are talking about the dietary intake during the month of Ramadan, it's unfortunate the month is wrapping up, but I believe this is going to be like an
Exactly.
information for people for subsequent months.
Yes.
So dietary intake during this month is not anything that is special or extraordinary.
Okay.
Ordinarily, we are all expected to target adequacy and balance in our meal intake at all times in our life.
Okay.
But now that we are fasting, you know, fasting causes some changes in our physiological, you know,
And enzyme activity as well.
and enzymatic activities in our system.
Great.
So because we are fasting, we now have to make sure that we put some things in place in addition to how well balanced our meal had been initially.
So let's talk about the meals taken before.
Okay, so let me talk about the pre-dawn meal, which is called sahur.
Okay.
Normally, what we eat at this period is expected to take us throughout the day before we break our fast. Of course, the point is, whatever we are able to eat cannot actually sustain us throughout the day. When we exhaust all we are able to load ourselves with at that period, it's now left for the body stores of glucose fat in our liver, in our muscles, and the fat stored on around the body to be converted to sustain us for energy during the rest part of the day.
Yeah.
So we are expected to eat food that are adequate and balanced, as I said. And what are these kind of food? The first important thing is fluid. Fluid is highly important. And the most important fluid we can dwell upon is water. Water is universal. It is life. It keeps us hydrated. You know, especially when we are like this period now, the weather is not that friendly. So we get to be dehydrated easily.
Right.
So we should make sure that we load ourselves with enough water.
Okay.
And aside from water, there are so many other foods we can do. I remember when we were young, my dad would always make fura before we go to bed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At iftar. We put it in the fridge. After eating her pre-dawn meal, we now put that fura. You know, it's an added energy for us to sustain us through the day. So we can take fruit juices.
Okay.
They have.
Okay, let's quickly break it down. Let's quickly move on to the foods.
Okay, to the food. Okay, now we can have carbohydrate food. We should have carbohydrate food.
Okay.
Mostly come from complex sources of carbohydrates.
Okay.
These are maybe rice, our couscous, it can be potatoes, it can be yam. Food that will give us complex carbohydrate that will gradually be used up in the system.
So basically foods that are complex in carbohydrates, that are high in carbohydrates. Now let's quickly move on to the iftar.
Iftar, okay.
Iftar, that's foods that should be taken during
iftar, because we've been dehydrated all through the day. We are expected to first break our fast with water.
Okay.
Yes, let's take water.
Okay.
After taking water, we can take some few dates. It's highly recommended by the Prophet, by Islam, for us to break our fast. Okay. So after taking the dates, yes, food too is encouraged. You can take food, they are loaded with natural sugars and fluid too, and they are loaded with fiber. Okay. Afterward, you can go for our prayers, and then after the prayers, you can now come back to a light meal. Okay. We should watch overloading ourselves with too much heavy meals because it will just make us heavy. Within that short period of time before we go to bed, we should still make sure that we are active. Because if we are not, we are capable of now adding extra calories to our system instead of us to now share some little weight during the month. We now become overweight again and put on excess weight.
Madina, I have learned so much from this conversation in such a short while. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So much insights. I really enjoyed. At least I know better. And I mean, even for those who are on intermittent fasting, this will also help them.
Yeah, it will also help them. Yeah, it will also them. And they should check the hours of time they are using for their intermittent. If they know they are losing it, they should just go back to norm and then start in another day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have to go on a quick break now, people. I hope you watching at home have learned so much. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
A warm welcome to the second hour. We have 45 more minutes to go. And we definitely have more interesting content to show you.
45 seconds, someone wants to go home. We have not finished work today. Well, of course, if you've been with us since we kicked off at 7 a.m., we've had a whole lot in store. We've had relationship, we've had our gist, and then of course there was a bit of a fashion there talking about things you can wear for the end of Ramadan and all that, which is coming quite soon. So there's a whole lot happening, and of course, Winfrey signed a contract to be in the kitchen. Now she has broken that contract by being here. So Chef John, you can sue her for breaking that contract. MM is now having to stand in for her. Chef John, what's happening? I was hearing lemon and all of that.
Well, cool. As I said earlier, the lemon, I'm just going to use it to spice up the rice, the basmati rice.
Yes.
So
to give it more flavor.
To give it more flavor. Not only that, I actually need the vitamin C in the lemon. Exactly.
Okay, so giving it that extra nutrient.
Exactly. You know, in our daily diet, we need vitamin C, and lemon has about 50% of it.
Nice.
So that's
and then the veggies, is that going in as well?
Sure. It's also going to the rice.
Okay.
It's also going to the rice.
Interesting. You know, it's nice.
Okay, it's wonderful. We'll get to see what happens there after this. My name is Mike Messican.
And my name is Winfrey Agbeleshe. Remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
You can watch us live from anywhere around the world. You can get across through our mobile app, which you can download from the Apple iOS store and also the Google Play Store.
Yes, of course, we definitely implore you to also follow us on all social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and so much more that will come at TVC Connect.
Definitely on GOTV, it's channel 27, and on the terrestrial band is ultra high frequency 49.
Okay, welcome back into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Still here with Chef John and Chef. What is happening? I love the way that is looking in the pots.
No, so I told you earlier that this rice, the aroma, the looks, it looks very attractive.
Yes.
Food is all about looking attractive.
It's all about looking attractive.
And secondly, it's about the taste.
Okay, secondly, about the taste.
Yes, the taste is also very key.
Yes, of course. Now, tell me what's happening in this pot of this rice.
Okay, yeah, this is actually the lemon herb rice, what I have in here. All my herbs have been chopped and I've sauteed it alongside with the steamed basmati rice.
Okay.
And also add the lemon juice to it.
Okay.
Just, to bring out that nutrient, the nutrient actually need from the lemon to add to my rice, which I've done that.
So now, wait, before wait, calm down. Okay. Before we go there, it's glistening. Is there any bit of oil in here at all?
Yeah, yes. Sure, I actually make use of the extra virgin olive oil.
Okay, so you put a little bit of that.
Saute the onions, a little bit of onions alongside with the herbs.
Okay, so you sauteed onions with the herbs before you added the rice.
Before I added the
rice. And the lemon juice. Chef John, stop what you are doing. I don't like it. You're rushing me. I don't like it. Okay, so in here we have sauteed onion, herbs, rice, and then lemon juice, right?
Exactly.
So now our herb rice is ready. So the vegetable in here is parsley and...
You have parsley, you have the celery and the coriander.
Okay, so parsley, celery, and coriander. Amazing. So yeah, let's move. What do we have to do left? What's left? What's happening in that pan?
For now, you can see the stew. You can see the look of the stew.
Yeah.
We
used to call it stew.
We might call it stew, but I do call it sauce.
Okay.
Nigeria will call it stew.
Stew. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so our carrots.
Our carrots. Our carrot veggie sauce.
Yes.
Is ready.
Okay.
And you can see.
The cauliflower is in there?
Yeah, the cauliflower sounds as a protein.
Okay.
A bit crunchy, so that's why I didn't put it at the start. So I actually want it to be crunchy so that when you are taking it, you just something you can chew, just like you are having your protein.
Amazing.
Very nice bite.
Okay.
And
great. So we're not even using any meat or chicken. I didn't even notice that all along. Amazing. But we still get all the nutrients.
Practically, I do
vegan dishes. Yes. Okay, so I mean, if you're vegan, it's definitely a very healthy choice for you to partake of. Right now, we actually want to celebrate your born in the month of April. So we're passing on to the couch where MM will be taking birthday shout-outs. Interesting performance there. And now we have a very interesting conversation. And doing that with me right now for a mini fashion segment on a Wednesday, I know, right? We have Halima Aboderi, the CEO of Al Amin's Place, an Islamic retail store that sells all types of Islamic materials. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Good morning.
Okay, now tell me about this Al Amin's Place. I mean, first of all, the name. Tell me about the name. What does it mean and why?
Okay, Al Amin's Place is a name from Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu.
Okay.
Our prophet, people call him Al Amin. It's a nickname because whenever they keep something with him, if it is money, anything they kept with him, return back the way it was given to him. So people start calling him the trustworthy Al Amin. So that's why I picked the name that, for people to buy from you, they need to trust you. Yes. They need to know that this person is, so that's why, and it's one of our core values.
Core values.
The trustworthy, honesty.
Yes.
So that's a part of our core value. So people can trust us, so you can know that when you get something from you, it's not what you buy, what you order versus what you.
No, it's not what you order versus what you got.
So you get what you order for. Even if there is a defect on our products, let customer know that. I even have told my staff that if there's any defect, and the customer is online customer, let them know that this is a defect in this product. You would like to take it.
Like that.
If you want it, you can give you discounts. If you don't want.
That is actually really nice, considering, I mean, we're in Nigeria and all manner of things are happening with people duping people, even online sales and all of that.
Yes.
So amazing. So now tell me about what materials we can find in Al Amin's Place.
Okay, Al Amin's Place is a purely Islamic retail store.
Okay.
We sell a lot of things, abaya, wear any hijab, perfume, decoration, Islamic books,
Okay.
digital Quran, anything about Islam. Just come here. We have everything because we want people to, get everything.
Everything.
Like I had an experience sometimes ago when I just had my baby. It was almost 20 years ago. I went to, I was in Badon then. So now I went to Lagos Island. It was during Ramadan. So I just saw some things then from Lagos Island. So I got to Lagos Island. I nearly fainted. I was fasting, right?
Yes.
I had to break my father day. I couldn't take it anymore.
Wow.
I just had someone say, give me water. I said, what happened? I said, I'm off salat because I can't tell them I'm.
Yes.
When I go back home, I was like, I said, no. Allah said you should. Allah is lenient on us that if you travel, it's not compulsory for you to fast.
Okay.
So definitely, I traveled now, and the stress is too much
stress
on
was
me.
a lot,
So that's why we have Alamin. You can have everything
you want without
in
walking
it.
up and down, up and amazing. So from here right now, we have some models backstage dressed in pieces they actually got from Alamin's place. You're also telling me about your brand as well, where you actually make outfits. So let's see the first model, then we'll talk more about the brand. So can we have the first model now? Okay, so now tell me about this piece I'm looking at.
This is a kimar.
Okay.
So it's something you can wear to pray. We can call it a prayer dress.
Okay.
Right? So if someone is going to office and he can't dress the way it should, and wants to observe your life, can have this one and pray with this.
Okay, and we have the little model as well.
That little model is one of our collection for Eid.
Okay.
So we are trying to, some Muslims, they look for clothes for their kids and girls, especially. We want them to dress modestly. So that's why we have all this.
Okay.
And we have our hijab, we have brand, we have hijabs, we have collection, almost 30 design. The one she's wearing is Aziza hijab.
Okay.
Let's try to name this hijab after one of our customers.
Oh,
because we try to, make them part of us.
Yes,
so that's why I made that hijab after one of our customers' daughter's name. So she's wearing Aziza hijab. So that dress she's wearing is one of our connection.
Connection as well. Okay, let's see the next model. Thank you. Let's see the next model. Nice. I mean, a lot of people like me, Mommy and Me, right? Mommy and Me collection. So that definitely suits.
So this one she's wearing is a Cairo wear because I told you that we do when we started.
Yes.
We do buy things from Saudi, Dubai. So later we started making. So those ones that they're wearing, that one is one they make here. But this particular one is Cairo wear.
Okay.
So this is a buyer from Cairo.
From Cairo. Amazing.
Very nice one.
I like the detailing. Okay.
Everything,
Very nice. The color as well pops. Detailing on it is glistening and it's lovely. Then with the scarf. The scarf also, does it come with it?
Yes, it comes with it.
Okay, amazing. Okay, let's see our next model. Thank you. So now you make outfits as well. So it's nice people coming. I mean, if they want the ones from Dubai, from Turkey, then also if they want the Nigerian made, we also have it. So now tell me about this particular one.
This particular one is a dress like a casual way. So you can pack it. You can just take a casual way. You can go around with it, buy something. You have a tote bag. You can use it as a dress, prayer dress also.
Yeah.
So it's come with the hijab, the tote bag.
Oh, the bag matches it. Amazing. For the stylish ones. Yes. Okay. Really nice, really nice. Can you turn around? Let's see what the back looks like. Okay, I like the color, the floral print.
It comes in two colors. We have the blue also.
The blue as well. Nice, nice. Okay, let's see our next model. Thank you.
This is one of our collection. Also, both of them are wearing my collection.
Okay.
So this particular dress she's wearing, I got it from Turkey, right?
Okay.
So when I sold everything. People started asking for it.
Oh.
So I started duplicating. So I made this one.
So you make this one for her.
So that one too is one. She's wearing our hijab. That hijab is Ikima hijab.
Okay.
So named after one of our customers also. So we made that dress. So.
Amazing. Okay. I mean, and how does it feel for you seeing all your?
It makes me feel happy, amazing, you know.
You said over 20 years now.
Almost 20 years now.
Almost 20 years now.
I started when I was in school.
Okay.
It was doing my whole hand. I just thinking of doing something. So I was looking for a place to do my high seas. My father said I should come and work in his factory. My father has a bakery. So I was working in a bakery. I also go to fashion school. It's just one beside my house.
Yes.
So just have little knowledge about.
Yes, about all of this. Yes. Amazing. So you're definitely a woman of multi-talent.
Yes, so when I married, I also went to fashion school.
Yes.
So.
Okay, amazing. Okay, let's see. We have one more here, but then, of course, if we have any more, let them come out now because we have to go. We're short on time.
So this one she's wearing, so someone's maybe you're in the office also, I need to wear something, and just buy this. I can even buy everything together. Yes. You can wear it with trousers.
Yes.
You can wear with skirts.
Yes.
And this particular one,
I like
this one
that
is
one.
so nice.
Very, very lovely. Very, very
one of
lovely.
the Cairo wear.
Yes.
Very nice.
Very, very lovely.
For heat.
Yes.
So,
the colors as well really
you have it
pops.
in different colors.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, model. Thank you so much, Alima, for coming here. Definitely amazing. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
With your future endeavors. All right, and that's all we have to take for now for fashion. And of course, still so much to come right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay tuned.
And we are back. Thanks for staying with us.
Yes, we are. Emma is very, very interested about this one because there are some few similarities between a character that I guess played in a particular movie and MM herself. So there is this, there's this kind of understanding that, MM was very, very interested and excited about this one. And me also, on some other level, when they... Well, we have our guest today, Uche Chika Ilumelu. She has been there, done that, acting coach. She has, been in theater, of course, and all of that. And
she's a budding producer as well.
And you have to produce in Nigeria as a stand, so if you want to get some...
Where
are you producing your...
It's in the works, darling. Calm down.
At lead role.
You trust now.
You go pay well. I don't say you get money. Right. It's great to have you. You are welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right. You, let's talk about your origins as an actress. Do you call yourself an actress or an actor? First of all,
I'm a female actor.
A female actor?
Yes.
Okay, let's start there.
But colloquially, actress is acceptable.
Okay,
yes.
So, your origins and all of that. How did you get into Nollywood? How did you start in this industry?
Uche Chika, the journey. Well, I have been very, very fortunate in this industry. I started because it started with a deal with my mother. I always had an audience from as far back as I can remember, like 6, 7. And she said, you know what, focus on your studies. If you come out with first class in school, then you can do whatever you want. And I think that was the deal that motivated me. I got into UI, aced my first year, And then for my second year, I just found out that it was very hard to separate that life, the artistic life, from who I was as a person. And so it didn't take me long before I hooked up with people in the creative arts and theater arts department. Shout out to theater arts department. I will not be here without them. And afterwards, she was like, okay, now you've done your part, you've aced your grades, and then you can go. And I think that spirit of just being a go-getter and going hard, doggedly at your dreams really has helped me has fueled my passion in the industry. And I got in, and I always say it's not really about your just your capabilities as an actor. I've had my people relations skills come into play. People find you memorable to work with, and you're like, oh, I need to refer this girl. So it's not about just Nami Sabi pass, but I think that I have actually had to build on a lot of momentum from the relationships that I have, and capacity building from the communities that I inhabit. So yeah, that's basically my journey. 2016, officially after school, so I'm 7 years in the industry.
7 years.
7
wow.
years.
I mean, it's been a journey for you.
It has been.
You also went to New York Film Academy.
Yes, so in 2011, during my gap year from QC, okay. I just thought, my pastor sponsored some of us who really had a penchant for artistic endeavors. And out of 12 people, I was 19 at the time, and I was actually one of the 12 people who passed the exam. Okay. And we went, and New York Film Academy had a 1-month course here, and then we had a diploma from acting for film. DME was in my class. Ijoma Neighbor was in my class, a couple of practitioners from that course.
You have talked about a few people that you studied with at the Film Academy, right? Now let's talk about expectations. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we decide to, go further with our, creative endeavors, right? Yes. From the Film Academy and where you are right now, do you think you are where you want to be as an actor?
It's a never-ending journey. I don't think there's anybody who can beat their chest and say they're where they are supposed to. Okay. But at the risk of sounding a bit conceited, no, it's not bragging. It's not bragging.
But it's okay,
I think that I'm well on my way in my 10-year plan. You know, I always wanted, I felt like in my first 10 years in the industry, I would want to try my hands on producing, which is something I'm already doing. I would want to already feature in network productions. I've had 3 under my belt now.
You want to mention them? Okay.
Unbroken and Riona. And that has really grown my fan base. And you know, so some of the things that I really set out for myself to do, stage, I wanted to do everything. Stage, radio, drama, TV commercials. I've done that in the last 2 years. Really, it's doing like this, it's doing like this. That's me. And, you know, I've done a lot of exciting projects. And I'm 31 and I've tried roles in 40s and 50s.
Wow.
You know, I can say that my range has been pretty awesome for an actor my age.
Fantastic.
And so, yeah, I feel like there's so much more to be done. Now that I'm even going into, you know, deeper waters, you know, producing and technically producing a film festival where I serve as festival director, and it's new ground. It's beautiful opportunities on the horizon.
Beautiful.
As an industry, yeah, looking at how well we've done, look at our music.
Yeah.
Understand? You know how center stage our music has been around.
Has
the world,
taken, yeah, in the world.
And there is talk about how much Nollywood can do or has the potential to be there. How would you rate Nollywood? How far has the industry come? Based on what is available here, because you know the kind of challenges we have.
We know
here
the challenges that we have.
But based on what we have here, how well have we done the best that we can? Because I feel like we've had films that have made the grade and and all the stuff. But when you look at the Oscars and international movies and features and all of that, we know that if it's going to come from Africa, we know some countries that it will come from. We have not really had that, that kind of that place that we know we should be over. How much more can we do?
I don't know if I'm an authority to speak on this, but I'll say this, something I always say when this argument comes up about in music industry. I think it's an unfair comparison. Take a song, for instance. You have a 3-minute song on average, right? It's easy for that song to travel and break ground. But how easy is it for a movie that's like 100 minutes, 120 minutes to go? So I don't think that the two industries should really be compared. However, I'm not saying that we cannot, take our spaces, and globally compete. And I think that the entrance of the streaming wars, I think, are really going to push things in the right direction, because now they're coming in. Amazon is here, Netflix is here, some other places, some other people are rumored. And I think that they're coming to jerk the system. And then people who have been like comatose, systems that I feel like they should, have more competition. I'm not going to mention some names. But, I think that we're getting in the right direction. And because we're exposed to what our counterparts abroad and, even not even abroad, even in other African countries are doing, it's pushing us on an individual level. So, like, if every tree is taking care of itself, the forest is catered to. You understand that kind of thing? And then you have actors who are talking about, getting professional show reels now, getting on, applying to big festivals, to get acclaim. My film was, not my film, but the film I featured in was Berlinale. Berlinale, and and it was his debut film. Babatunde Akpalowo was, shout out, it was his debut, and he put himself out there and he got world acclaim. So I think that the more we begin to see that our competition is not really here, it's people who are, from all over the world, the more that the more that we can push ourselves.
Okay, great. Quickly, you talked about one of your movies that has recently gotten that global recognition, and that was Otana. Now, let's talk about the character that you played in Otana, because it's very important. People really need to understand that actors are beginning to put themselves in positions where they're pushing the boundaries. You were in prosthetics for 2 days.
For 2 days, Saturday and
just
Sunday.
to play a certain character. Baby girl did not eat food.
But you know that.
So that's drinking water.
Budget is an issue. If Nayaki, they'll come out them.
Yeah,
they'll come the next day, put them back.
Exactly.
So, did you get 10 million for that role?
Yes.
10 million. So, like, Otana set was the most, I could feel the love. It was so palpable. Another reason I could do that, you already hit the nail on the head. It was budget constraints. We didn't have enough to, remove the silicone, deconstruct all of that and put it back again. And so I had to sleep like this, and people were helping me all along, and I couldn't get any solid food. And it was just the encouragement from everyone, just knowing that with the little that we have, we're making the best out of it, and I think that it wasn't about the money, definitely. It was just about making a mark. And you know, being enjoyable to work with. That's basically it. So my cast members, you know, they were really supportive.
I think for you, it was the environment.
It was just the environment and just knowing that this thing is worth it. It's not about Naira and Kobo. It's about putting work out there that you're really proud of. So yeah.
Well done.
That's staying power.
Well done.
We have something for you. We know you earn 10 million plus. This is healthy food. It's not to 10 million, but shout out to you, just manage what we have here. Yes, we heard that some of you take 10 million, no? But we'll talk about that. Let's head over to the kitchen. We have something here for you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. No.
So welcome into the Work of Nigeria kitchen. So I've been here with Chef John, who put this meal together from scratch right here. It happened all here.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
Yeah. So he made, tell us, what did you make today?
Okay, yeah, we have lemon herb rice, and we also have carrot veggie sauce.
Okay.
herb
So
rice.
quickly, let's move it over so that she can eat. And it's important that you let us know what you think about the food. Oh, that's healthy.
Okay.
Lucky you. So please go ahead.
Wait, am I the swing vote?
You are a guest.
Do we know you are
Please.
No, we cannot just manage
This
what
10
we
million,
have.
please. Emma, confirm me. Okay. All right. I always, take on. Sort of like vibration.
Okay, so the stew. That smells good, Chef John. Well done. All right. Let us know what you think quickly.
It's very crunchy.
Ah, nice.
Thank
And
you.
savory.
Well done.
Yeah.
Great.
To everyone who was also on the show, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm wishing you the
Thank
best.
you.
Should share your 10 million with us.
Amen. This 10 million say I have. Amen.
All right, it's been a wonderful show. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.